Wow! Arguably the biggest trade of the NBA season just happened right now. As reported by Adrian Wojnarowski on Twitter, Damian Lillard is now a member of the Milwaukee Bucks. We're going to talk about it in just a moment, but if this is your first time here, my name is CJ Curry. Thank you so much for joining me. Guys, hit the subscribe button, drop a like on this video, and leave a comment below what you think about this big blockbuster trade that just happened between three teams, the Portland Trail Blazers, Milwaukee Bucks, and the Phoenix Suns, all involved in this one. Is it going to help the Milwaukee Bucks get to the Eastern Conference Finals or maybe the NBA Finals? Is it going to help the Portland Trail Blazers in their quest to rebuild their team? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to dive into all the details right now, but I appreciate everybody joining me for this video. Let's take a look at it. The big news, Damian Lillard, we knew that the trade was imminent. We knew that it was only a matter of time before Dame time ended up in a different city playing professional basketball. But we didn't know where. We didn't know how. A lot of speculation early in the summer thought that Damian Lillard was going to end up with the Miami Heat. Not so fast. I'm sorry, Miami Heat fans. Damian Lillard is not going to South Beach. He's going to Milwaukee, which was not a team that I would say was one of the ones that had the highest chances or best chances of landing Damian Lillard. There was recent rumors in the past couple of days that the Toronto Raptors were seriously interested in acquiring Damian Lillard. Then it kind of sounded like maybe they weren't so interested. And so we knew Damian Lillard was going to be on the move. We just didn't know where. We didn't know how they were going to get the deal done. I didn't think Miami had all the pieces in place to potentially make a move for Damian Lillard. Personally, I think they would have had to gut a lot of the depth that made the Miami Heat so good over the last couple of years. In order to acquire Damian Lillard, I think they would have been a very thin team. That bench rotation probably wouldn't have been as strong for the Miami Heat as it has been here in recent years. So I'm kind of glad, as far as the Miami Heat goes, that they did not make the trade for Damian Lillard. I think they're going to be a better team overall for having not made this trade. But let's get into the details of what the trade is. So Damian Lillard goes to Milwaukee as part of a three-team deal, as I alluded to earlier, with Jrue Holiday, who is no slouch in his own right. Obviously the point guard for the Milwaukee Bucks, or had been for a number of years now. He's going to be on the move. He's going to Portland, but more on that in just a moment. Deandre Ayton, currently with the Phoenix Suns, he's no longer with the Suns. He's going to Portland as well. Toumani Camara, not sure who that is. A 2029 unprotected Milwaukee first-round pick. That's big for a rebuilding Portland Trailblazers franchise. And an unprotected Milwaukee pick. They swapped the rights in 2028 and 2030 to the Portland Trailblazers. So there's some draft consideration here, but the Blazers are going to be getting both Jrue Holiday and Deandre Ayton. More so Ayton. Holiday's probably going to be on the move once again. It sounds like Portland's going to turn around and immediately start shopping Jrue Holiday to some other teams out there. And if you're a contender who needs a strong point guard presence, somebody who can score the ball and is a solid lockdown defensive point guard, Jrue Holiday's your guy. Two-way player, gets it done on both ends of the floor. So that'll be a very interesting sort of side piece to see what the Trailblazers are going to do with Jrue Holiday now that they have his rights after this trade, massive trade, sending Damian Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks. The Phoenix Suns, they have landed Jusuf Nurkic. Now, I'm a big Jusuf Nurkic fan. I think Jusuf Nurkic is probably one of the more underrated big men out there. He could do a little bit of everything. Fantastic passer, big body, can rebound the basketball, not a bad defender. No, he's not one of the most athletic guys out there, but that's not why you're bringing him onto your roster. But I think that really helps Phoenix sort of plug that hole, losing Deandre Ayton, but acquiring Jusuf Nurkic. The Phoenix Suns also getting Grayson Allen, who is a nice complementary role player. That's going to give him some outside shooting. Not a bad athlete, pretty good athleticism as well, and he's a scrappy, feisty guy, so I think that helps Phoenix on the wing position. They're going to need a backup behind Devin Booker, behind Bradley Beal. So, you know, Grayson Allen's probably going to come off the bench, but that's not going to be a bad move. Nassir Little also has had some nice little moments in his young NBA career. I think Nas Little could come over Keon Johnson could come over to Phoenix and make a nice little splash here. But that's kind of the main pieces, the bulk of what this trade is. You got Damian Lillard joining the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo's got to be thrilled right now. I know he's probably a little, we'll say, bittersweet. It's probably going to be bittersweet for a lot of Milwaukee Bucks fans because Jrue Holiday was very well liked by his teammates, by the city of Milwaukee. So you're losing Jrue Holiday, but you're gaining one of the best point guards in the league. I would call him a top 5 point guard in the NBA, in Damian Lillard. I would call him a top 3 point guard when it comes to scoring point guards or just scoring guards in general, point guards or 2 guards. I think Damian Lillard is going to provide a punch that is going to help Giannis Antetokounmpo take some of that load off of him. Some of that scoring load will now transfer over to Damian Lillard, and they got a guy that they can go to in clutch situations. Giannis doesn't have to try to create his own shot or anything like that. You got Damian Lillard. Dame time, guys. Dame time. This is huge for the Milwaukee Bucks. I think they're the big winners here. But yeah, when you scroll up here, Adrian Wojnarowski saying that that the Blazers remain engaged elsewhere on deals and are expected to immediately engage contending teams on trade talks to move Jrue Holiday. So that's kind of what I mentioned before. Jrue Holiday likely going to be on the move. He's not going to stay in Portland. Portland already has their backcourt situation pretty much nailed down with Scoot Henderson, and you've got Anthony Simons there to kind of man the backcourt for the Portland Trailblazers. So they don't really need to keep Jrue Holiday. They're going to move Jrue Holiday to a contender. Who that contending team might be, I mean, I don't know. The Toronto Raptors were interested in Damian Lillard just a couple days ago. Maybe they're looking for a point guard. Maybe Jrue Holiday can slide in there and fill that role, that void that was left by Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet's now out in Houston, so they are looking for some point guard help there in Toronto. Maybe you put him alongside of Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, and you've got yourself a nice little 4-man nucleus. And maybe that's the little retooling that the Toronto Raptors need to kind of make a push for next season. But we get our first glimpse here of Giannis and Dame time together. I mean, guys, I like the way this looks. That black and green and white on Damian Lillard alongside of the Greek Freak looks really nice. I'm pretty excited. As an NBA fan, I cannot wait. The NBA season is right around the corner, guys. You know that I mostly cover prize pick stuff on this channel. I wanted to make a quick video talking about this massive trade that just created a ripple, a shockwave throughout the NBA landscape. And I know that there's a lot of sad Miami Heat fans out there, but cheer up, guys. I honestly think that in the long run, you're going to wish that you didn't make this trade. You're going to be happy you didn't make this trade. We'll see what happens with Miami this season, but appreciate all you guys. Hit the subscribe button, like button on your way out. We'll catch you in a video real soon. Appreciate all the support. Peace.